Hello and welcome to episode 37 of our East Coast mainline map. We're currently sat somewhere relevant to where we'll be working today, so that's a giveaway and a half. I kind of hid in the bushes and we are north of the station in question. Excuse you. We'll cut to the chase on this one. That might be a giveaway, actually. Which way is it going? Oh, that's a lovely shot. What an excellent start. Let's bring this up. We are at St Albans City Station. There we go. Very busy. Lots of people catching the buses. Looking a bit old. Maybe we'll replace those a little bit later in the episode. Yes, we're going to be continuing our Abbey Flyer. Look at building up around there. That's good news. I've changed the direction of this slightly. We have a small issue when we come to build this. This is all in the wrong place. And not at all how it goes. So this will be demolished, I'm afraid. This is the M25. This is the North Orbital. What this was supposed to be was the North Orbital Road. Now, this should go more like this and head more direct to the M1 and Watford and should go over and continue on. Also, we need to go over the M25. We've correctly gone under the North Orbital. And then we need to go over, under the M1, and it's more of a tunnel than a bridge, really. But we'll see what we're going to manage when we get there. The way I'm looking at this is we can keep the M1 on a kind of embankment, which is probably close. Which means up here we could maybe stay a little straight. We are running this. It's 1970. I've deleted back this. You can see where it did go up. And since we're removing this, we can keep the M25 a little lower to go under the M1. Bring the M1 a little higher. And as I said... let me stop spinning that around so much. Sorry about that. As I said, we want to put in a passing loop for our Abbey Flyer because we are awesome and way better than the real one, or we'll see about that. And roughly we want the M25 halfway between St Albans and Watford Junction. So should be probably more, let's have a look. Should be closer to here, not so much of a curve. Then this North Orbital Road will go and join up with the M1 as well as the M25, and I guess it will continue into Watford. And we'll have our passing junction about halfway, which will be roughly where either before or after we go over the M25. The two towns near there, or villages, is Howwood. I don't know whether that's pronounced correctly, but Howwood and Bricklewood or something like that. It's kind of somewhere between those two, the halfway point. And if we put our passing loop there, we should have a fairly consistent timetable for our two trains without much delay. I mean, Watford's taken a bit of a beating so far. Keep changing things. We're going to keep doing that, no doubt. We might do a few bits of scenery work here before we actually send it on its way to Euston Station in London. Talking of Euston Station, we're going to leave here for a little bit. We'll continue that shortly. New mod I found on the workshop. Ooh, before I continue, had a minor scare and almost a disaster for the series. Yes, this morning. It's Sunday morning I'm recording this. Some of you may have been affected as well, and I do apologise for anyone that was affected. But some kind soul removed all of his mods this morning. And all of those mods will kill a save game. So yes, we all got... Anybody who's got the E-Type Jaguar is one, the only one I had running thanks to the date we're currently at. I'm going to pause this. Thanks to the date we're currently at, as you can see, he didn't beat me by removing his mods, because there is the Jaguar. Luckily, I had backed up my mods. Now, I'm thinking later today... This is pointless me saying this, because you... I don't know what I'm doing yet to try and help fellow gamers out, but I will think of it after I finish recording this. I'll find some way to help anyone out who may have been hit by this. Obviously I got my save working because I backed up the mods. Anyway, yes, I'll try and think of something, and if something happened later today, you'll know I came up with a solution. Right, yes, but a mod that isn't... here we go. We've got another terminus station. And I thought we'll put that in very quickly. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Lovely. So we have that in. And then we've got 3 different looking stations in London. Got Euston over there. Euston's probably a bit big compared to... But we'll work with it. There we go. They're all different. I just thought that was nice. We're not going to work on this just yet. Crazy things going on down here. I did some more work around the map in general. You saw one, that was these cars. I can't put these down anymore. I'm still working on recovering all those mods so I can still use them. But I kind of just did some outlining of the track, nothing spectacular. A few trees here and there. Just to keep it going. I did take a little ride on the freight train. I'm thinking about doing a cab ride video, so leave a comment in the comment section below this video, and I'll make that little cab ride if there's enough interest. Oh, I'll probably make it anyway because it looked really cool. We need to get going today. We might, depending on how far we get, be able to put... Watford Trebor said he wanted the Arriva 321 or 321, which goes from Luton Airport and St Albans and Watford. So it does like a big old roundabout thing. So it will start over here, go past the airport, make its way to St Albans, and then eventually to Watford. And either travels on the A1, I'll have to look back at the comments. Either travels on the M25 or the M1. I think it's the M1, but I'll clarify that before we get going. Should we have a go at this? We need to get rid of this. This is all in the wrong place. I am sad to do this, but it has to be done. It's all going. Because none of this is really in the right place for the orbital road. And it's just going to make our life more difficult in the end. Official episode though. There we go. Let's get rid of all this. Quite sad. I did this ages ago though. And I was doing things a different way back then. It was like, meh, no one cares. It's just me playing. I'll just shove this road in here and this one here. It's almost in the right place. But that's not how I want to do it anymore. Oh, look at all that scenery work. Which is going. Right. We need to get rid of these. In a fairly quickly fashion. Let's pick a huge road. This one's quite good for this. And just go like that. And we can get rid of them. There we go. Easy does it. I should have got rid of most. That's what I do anyway to get rid of. If I want to make any changes to anything, it's just a case of doing that really. There we go. Looking a bit better. Soon you will not know it was there. First things first, we need this to come higher. So let's not send it downhill so much. Let's put it on a little embankment. Or a big one, doesn't matter. So we can go pretty much straight from here. I don't know what... It's a bit risky getting rid of that. And this is the M1, remember. So we need to ensure we're going roughly in the right place with this. And we'll just go straight for now. We can go down a little. No, stay straight. Now we can go down a little bit. And then we can go straight. Fill that in. Pretty good embankment. I'm happy with that. And we'll start making our way over to Watford. See how big that is. It's probably a bit too high. We'll go down a bit more. Not much. Then we can go straight again. That's better. Alright. That allows us some room from our new placement of the M25. Which is going to be here. Now we can dig into the ground a bit because we need to go over with that track over there. How much depth we want, I don't know, but we'll stick with this. And just head that way. Now we need dual carriageway, North Orbital Road, to start heading over that way to meet it. And it's going to go over the top of the M25, so we might be in the right place. There we go, that's better. Which means this can start going at the correct angle. I don't know whether we're going to need to... probably are going to need to elevate a little bit. And then we need to head over to Watford at about that angle. There we go. So I guess what we should do is go and see how that's looking here. So we need to go a touch higher, but not too much. This tunnel is because of our old works over there. I guess what we can do is go up a touch more. Just there. We'll tidy all that up in a bit. And then we'll go flat. This should give us the correct... There we go. We got that. Let's put... Ooh. These don't look too bad. And that's about right. When it's a single track, it does the shadows correctly. So we'll put that in. I think I'm happy with that. Now we need to continue heading over. We're going to put our... How far are we? There to there. That looks like a good place for a passing loop just before the bridge. So let's put that in. I mean, they're not the quickest trains in the world. So we'll have it at 70. And this is at least straight. And flat. And, yes, I mean... Always get those wrong, really. It's definitely flat, the description I was looking for, as opposed to straight. Alright. Tidying everything up a little bit. I'm kind of liking the look of that a lot better. Let's move this man-made, that we made, or I made, for the, before I even did the series, I'm pretty sure. It's ancient. Not worth keeping, though. Because it's wrong. Or it's wrong in my eyes. But I feel that is kind of looking a bit better. And we are heading to meet up here. Right. And we need to head under the M25 over here with the right road. I'm not doing that because that won't help. Okay, we need to go up a touch then. Can we go flat now? It's looking like we'll be able to do this. And with this, we need to head somewhere between Watford and King's Langley. And that's how that works. I think we can get away with this. We'll make some sort of junction here. Is that going to be enough? Find out, I guess. No, it's not. Of course it wouldn't. Why would it be? Alright, we can go a bit lower. Don't need to go crazy with it though. Just a touch. I'd rather go lower than higher, you see. There we go. Let's try that. There we go. Beautiful. No idea what sort they would be. Let's put one of these in. That just works. Right. So that's that in. I want to continue this. Going to slowly make its way towards the M25 as well. And eventually towards the M1. We're going to go over the M25 around about here-ish. Hopefully. Ah, come on. I don't really want to make it a humpback, you know. It'd be a bit silly. We could just maybe come up to the terrain a touch more. Ooh, not with that. That would be crazy. What are you doing, Grand? Think about your plan. Like I said, we're going to smooth all these up a little bit. Once we get closer to being finished. Now that should work. So what we need to do there is add a couple of tracks either side. If they snap, that is. Is that snapping? Yes. Just enough room so we can lay our feet down. Oh no, that's not right. What are you doing there? You didn't snap, did you? I wasn't paying attention. Snap. There we go. There we go. Gotcha. Another thing I haven't mentioned yet. Back to mods. Jontron, who watches this channel. Hello. He made track rules and they were kind of close. The one he had up there, his miles per hour ones, which are really cool. I was going to do them myself, but since he's kindly done them, I'm going to add them to this series. And I'll leave a link once he's done them in whatever episode that will be. But I've asked him if he'll kindly make a kind of customized set for me because they were spot on with the speeds, but I really wanted... how's that looking? Better. I really wanted the 15 mile per hour and all the low speeds in concrete, not wooden, because they'll be used for both St Pancras, well, actually they'll be used for a lot of stations that are terminus stations. There we go. This is starting to take shape. We need this in, by the way, because it's kind of reference material when you're laying roads like this, major roads and arteries around your map. You can use them as a reference and kind of get stuff in the close enough place, even if your scaling is like this. I know it's looking a bit terrible at the moment, but I think it will look great once we're done. I mean, I'm obviously going to say that. You might say something different. I hope by the time this comes out, everybody's resolved their mod problems that they may have encountered. Thanks to that certain modder. I mean, I make some mods, as you've seen, and you kind of have a responsibility to people, if you're going to release a mod, to not suddenly whip it out from underneath them. That sentence almost went non-family friendly. But I guess some people just don't feel that way and don't care. I don't know the story behind it, but who knows? I mean, it's partly Urban Games' fault for mods being so critical when they're removed, but at the same time, I mean, I get it, modders, you're doing something for the community, but that doesn't mean you can take liberties and ruin people's games. That's how I see myself anyway. When I put something up there, it will stay up there, and if it breaks your game, I'll endeavour to fix it. A little bit of a rant, not too much. I want to bring everybody's Thursday evening down. The plane goes overhead. That's not in the game. That's in real life. If you can hear it, I should leave all these. Like, I should open the door. The window, so you can have the sound effects of cars going by for real. Instead of putting them actually in the game. Oh, what am I doing that for? We don't need to do that. Let's finish this off. Carried away. That's kind of not halfway, is it? I've gone a bit too far. But then the bridge is roughly halfway now. I know. I find tilting my head to the side helps. So let's continue this and keep it flat. There we go. Flat, you see. Not straight. Are we aiming right? Ooh, we've gone a bit too curvy. Let's bring that back a touch and go straight from there. I mean, that's a bit excessive for a passing loop, but yeah. Now we need to continue the A1. This is going to have to be a junction. So we can put some fake slip roads in. Obviously, they're not very realistic, but yeah. Doesn't matter, does it? We know what they are. That's all that matters. Is that good? That looks pretty good. Yeah, there we go. As long as they kind of represent. That's all you care about. Can we get that one in? Roughly somewhere? I mean, there's alright, maybe. I mean, it is a... Yeah, well, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Let's start up here. Maybe we can make that look a little better. Might need a little bit more M25 to work with. Ah, no, there we go. Better. Not the prettiest junction in the world, but who cares? We're going to have to do the same here. Probably continue this first a little further. Because we need to go off and meet the M1 eventually. There we go. We've probably got enough room now to have some more slip roads, fake ones. Beautiful. Don't like that. Where can we go with this? There? Maybe? Sure. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? All we need? I mean, it's going to be some nice track scenery too, because you're going to see all these junctions from our little Abbey Flyer line, and we're going to obviously put bushes and trees around them. I'll probably do a little bit on cam, and then the rest of it I'll cut out and just show you the aftermath. puppy snoring quite good today. Probably won't hear her though. She's over the other side of the room. Oh, there we go. Let's not get too carried away with the whole smoothing. I do it every time. We need to get this all connected up. As I keep smoothing. It's just every time. Some of that needs smoothing though. So how are we going to do this? Kind of feel like we want to crisscross for this. Like, where are we going? 70? Is that crisscross? Yes. There we go. And we need to go under here. Let's take that over a bit more. Fill that in. Because we're going to need to... What I really want to do is make a tunnel. So we need to scoot by like this somewhere. It's quite close to Watford, the M1. Where is our M1 before? There it is, over there. Beautiful. So that should give us enough. Should give us enough to play with. Make our bridge. Tunnel / bridge. Don't know what this road's doing yet. I'll check that shortly when I do a mid-save. We can probably head down a bit, right? Because we're going to have to. Which might just work and give us our tunnel. Let's see. Okay, that's excessive. It's a little tunnel, not a huge tunnel. So we can probably come down... We can probably come down further with this. Start making our way down. Smooth all that out. This is all trial and error. This is how I basically do it. But we can, I think we can start heading down. Depending on what needs to be done with the other stuff. There we go. I want to connect this up. Okay, they ruined that, didn't I? Nope, that's not how we want to do that. Maybe I need to go from here first. Maybe this is where I should have done it. Oh. Well, that kind of works. It's not a big tunnel, though. Maybe we can... Alright. It kind of works. And we'll connect to there. We'll see how awkward that looks. Terrible. But we can delete all the way back now. Up to this. Go straight there. It should... Oh, that's still a huge mountain. Don't like that bit at all. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get away with it. Otherwise, we won't get it. And I want to keep this straight. Maybe this is just too long. Maybe if we go back a bit. Because this passing loop doesn't have to be big. It never has to be big. If we do that... We do want to go 70 though. Where's 70? I mean, it's got to be big enough, but I don't think it has to be crazy big. Are we going to get 70? Probably not. Is that going to be enough for a passing loop for a 4-car? Almost had it. This has to be straight. There. Oh, there we go. Oh no, because it's... Well, we can. How's that looking? That's a bit better, right? We've shaved some... Like, that's a steep climb. Is there any way we can not have it that steep? Maybe if we start further back. Right, maybe if we go now. Okay. Oh, no, not okay. What is that? I wonder if we drop that down a touch. Oh, that looks better. Let's take that, see how that looks. See, that looks better. Yeah. Not quite as in the dirt. I think we can do it like that. And at this rate, we're going to have the M1 connected too. We don't have the northern part done. Like anywhere near up there, but we are heading that way. So we can do it when we head that way. For now, we just want the area around... This is kind of in... recessed into the ground with embankments and trees and stuff, so I'm alright about that. We make our way to Watford. As long as this doesn't look too terrible. Oh dear. He says. How do we sort that out? Maybe take this a bit higher. Just a touch. There we go. Just a little bit. But I do need that to... Let's just... see if we can rectify that. Maybe? I don't know. Or I might have ruined it. Tell you what, let's delete this and this. Don't like that. Let's... I should have just left this alone, shouldn't I? It was perfect how it was. Doesn't always go to plan though. Especially when you mess with it too much. But we might get away with it like that. Let's bring this back up to around it. Smooth it off a bit around here. None of that happened. Alright, how are we looking now? It's a bit longer than I wanted, but, you know, I'll take it. I think I'll take it. It's a bit longer, but it's alright. I don't mind it. Let's try not to ruin it this time. With some overzealous smoothing. There we go. We're connected. It doesn't look too bad now. Little bit of a slope. Don't mind that. And... yeah. That's a bit wobbly. It could all be a bit smoother. Let's trim her back from about there. And just go pretty much straight like this. Yep, I'm happy with that. That's leveled it out a touch. We are over 35 minutes in and all I've been doing is this. Well, to be fair, that's a lot of major reworks done. We have M25 in a much nicer position. M1 is now connected all the way from Hemel Hempstead down to Watford. And it looks like we'll be able to get the M1 down to here very shortly. We have this line connected, which is our Abbey Flyer. We'll probably call the line the Abbey Flyer. Let's get some signals in. Then I'm going to quickly save. And when I save, I'm going to... because we need to figure out whether this is enough as a passing loop. I don't think it is. Oh, that's sad. But that's kind of flat, right? we might get away with going a bit further back here without it destroying it. Because we only need 70. That's what we decided on. Probably far too fast, to be fair. Probably go with a lot slower than that, since it's a passing loop. How's that looking? Do you know what? I think we got away with it. That looks better. Let's put the signals in. There. And there. We want them just far enough back to not clip anything. I think that's enough room to fit 2 4-car 101s in. Or 2-car. Well, 2-car? 4-car? Not decided yet. Now, because we don't have a depot down here, we'll cheat for now. We shall put one in quickly, if I can remember how to play the actual game. Let's just put one of these in. Just there. That's the wrong one. Alrighty. Don't put it in the right place then. There. That one. Okay, let's make our line. Well, it will be green. I don't know which green. That green. To there. There. And to there, we're missing a whole bunch of stations. We don't care. At the moment. And then back to there. And that's it. And we'll just call this the Abbey Flyer. There we go. I like that. We'll put a couple of trains on. Let's see what we got. We want multiple units. It's going to be... are we going for 2 of these? What sort of length are we talking about here? Or just 2? We want them... We'll have them that green. Is that all? We probably can have 2. And then duplicate that. And then set these both on the Abbey Flyer line. So, I'm going to quickly save. I'm going to research where this North Orbital Road goes and how it connects here. And we'll be back after that to see how the Abbey Flyer does. Which for you will be instantly. I've had a little look on the map. This is the A41 I've put in quickly as a marker. These two are going to join. This, I feel like we're going to have to rename this based on where it is. It would make more sense to be Watford North. Otherwise, Garston would have to be between these 2 roads. And that we're not going to be able to fit in. So, we are going under with this. We're going to get cracking straight on with it. So we do need to go down a little bit. So we might as well start doing that from now. We actually join up with the A41 after going under the M1. Hopefully we've got enough room to do this. Make sure. Let's try and put that back together and see how... Oh, beautiful. There we go. Down with that. We'll continue the A41 down this way. Doesn't have to be perfect, as long as we've got it. And we'll just connect like that. That'll do, I think. I think that'll do. I'm happy with that. We are going to need to link these 2 up. Just down here a little bit. And then it just... They kind of... I want to do it like this, though. Not how it actually is. If we can get away with it. We're just going to go... like this. I'm hoping. Oh, yeah. We need a bit more room, and we're going to have to start coming over the top of the A41. This is like a huge roundabout here. where it's over the 2. That'll be a little pointless for us, but we're gonna do something at least, even if it isn't quite right. Hopefully it will look half decent if we can fit it in. We're not far off there, are we? Not far off at all. Maybe we can put some tracks in. Link them to the side. Maybe that will give us enough clearance for it to put its feet down. These are all not quite. I'll have to go a bit lower. It is okay. We don't mind. Come off here flat first, and then we'll head down something like that. And we can always bring it back up again if need be. Still not enough clearance. Maybe we need to go back a bit here. Smooth this off. Do we have enough now? No, apparently not. Let's go a little more aggressive. I mean, we are making a junction, so it really doesn't matter if it's aggressive. Let's try that. Because we're not far off. There we go. Okay, that's not what I had in mind. There we go. Better. Let's put that in there. And then we can bring this back up, I'm hoping. Doesn't have to be quite as steep, I don't think. Beautiful. There we go. And all we're going to do with this is at the back here, we're going to connect, he says, we are going to find a place to hook on here. Maybe if we go here first. What am I trying to... Yeah, that's fine. We're going to have to come out first and then hook round. I'd rather go straight off here. Maybe if we go out a little further. Not too much. There should do. How's that work? That works. We'll do another one here. And do something similar on that side. Just to get the idea of a junction, I think. I think that's nice. I mean, we're connecting pretty much everything up now. Once this is all smoothed out, it won't look too bad. Once it's got its scenery in as well. I don't know whether we're going to get this snaky bit in. It'd be kind of nice if we did. There we go. A41's connected to the M1. I guess if we're going to be snaking around here, this is kind of straight. This needs to probably go down a touch. And then straight. And this might need to go up a touch. And then across. I mean, we could have a kind of cool bridge, right? I mean, it's not real. Well, I mean, this part is kind of real. Or would it just be like that? I feel like we're going a bit too deep, but let's see how it looks. It doesn't look too bad. Don't think we need to quite go that deep, though. Have I ruined it? Hope not. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. That doesn't look bad at all. Now, I don't know whether we go over or under, but we're going over because it just makes more sense for us. You watch, it's going to be the other way around, isn't it? And I'm going to be like, I don't know how to do that. We'll settle for this right now. Should we start our Abbey Flyer? West Midlands trains? I think that's what they're called. I don't know, I've hidden my notes again. West Midlands trains, green and white. Should we get them out? Because we've got them. This is now Watford North, yep. Right, let's play this. Here they come. Our version. We'll get these running. We should have plenty of room for that. What I want to make sure is we have plenty of clearance at the... Everything is fine. That's not how it's going to be, by the way. This is the first trains we have at Watford Junction. Platform 11. Thanks to Watford Trebor for clarifying those. Off he goes. And we got about 10 minutes left. So we're going to check on this and make sure it has plenty of room here. And while that's making its way, I think we should update these to the newer style buses, and we'll have them lovely purple, because that's what colour they are. There we go. Replace those. And these are Riva buses. We shall replace those two to the lovely new ones. Did it? There we go. Should be them replaced. Let's see. As we have a busy station, St Albans City, where we started out. Ooh, so busy. There we go. Lovely. Everything is becoming new. Newer. Love it. Not sure about the weird where you can see through the doors the other side. They're invisible one side. Okay. Well, how are we doing up here? Here he goes. Look at that timing. Do we have enough? Oh, we've got bags of room, haven't we? Look at that. That is absolutely perfect. Let's go across the M25. I wonder if this will get busy like the real M25. I doubt it. But this is, I mean, it looks so plain now. Be interesting to see, once this is all filled out, how this little Abbey Flyer is going to look. Elevations are not looking too bad. Gradients are not that disastrous. We can see the Midland Main Line just there. The Abbey Flyer. This is kind of nice. This looks a bit weird up here. I mean, a bit of wiggle, maybe. Oh, no. I'm happy with that. We're slowing down as we're coming into St Albans Abbey. I'm completely fine with that. And there we have it. I wonder if anybody will be using that shortly. Can see the plane in the distance there. Look at that. Come get your trains, guys. I mean, technically, right, we can... It already links up. We're not going to be able to fit the 321 in today, I don't think. And I do want to research that a little further and just add a few extra stops to it, so it's not just station to station. I'm pretty sure there's a few extra stops. But we'll see how the Abbey Flyer runs. We are done around here, I think, for now. Oh, look, he's waiting. That's good. You shouldn't have any clipping problems right here. Shouldn't be an accident of any sort. Let's give us plenty of room. I normally just go somewhere behind where the track starts to go in. Oh, and here comes your counterpart. Something that never happens on the Abbey Flyer line. This branch line just doesn't have two trains. It's impossible. Now, people who live around here, wouldn't you love to see this? Especially those that catch this train. There we go. And away he goes, and away he goes. Eventually, they might sort themselves out. We will see. It looks like there's a bit more going that way. We might... Oh, but there's an extra stop this side. Yes. So this bit does need to be longer. And probably we can enforce... if JonTron makes his track rules mod for me, we can maybe slow trains down around here somewhere a little bit more. That'd be beautiful. No one catching... Well, we don't have a bus going to there yet. In fact, we don't really have any buses around here. And the main station... Yeah, these guys are not going to last, are they? So, that's not a thing, guys. You can't move in here. Is Watford still there? I believe it. There you go. Have you changed where you're working? Ooh, now you drive to Wembley to go shopping. Why would that be? What is there, Watford, in Wembley that's so interesting? Talking of Watford... Well, this is not really relevant. Didn't we have someone living here? Nick, are you still here? Ellis? Liam? Nick Bradshaw! We haven't seen you in forever, sir. Where are you? You're always on a train or catching a train. There you are. And... Okay, you pretty much do the same thing. Shopping and working in Peterborough, lives in March. Beautiful. Very busy around here. Here comes our... How many carriages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We almost have the 11 carriages. I don't think we can go much more than that. We could probably squeeze another one on. Maybe. Well, I'll have a think about that, but I do like this consist that we've got going on. I feel like we should maybe recreate that same consist with here. Yeah, in the normal games, I love that Class 218. It's a cool train. Little network train going there. It's so cool. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with replacements. We should have a think about this. Replacement Flying Scotsman. I'm not too sure about the route either that the Flying Scotsman has. Not the Flying Scotsman, the Mallard. See, the problem we have with the Mallard is because it's skipping Peterborough. It's like Grantham to Stevenage, which is... I don't think it's ever going to get passengers. Which is a shame, but I do want it to pass through. Well, there it is. Yeah, that's just not having passengers at all, is it? Oh, it has had passengers. Well, that's interesting. Maybe when it gets busier. I mean, if that's the case, we can just keep it. It's going to be a bit tricky once it gets replaced with Class 47s. So here's the thing. If we leave this line as is, and we come back in Season 2... Oh, you're a bit long for that, aren't you? Don't matter. That happens sometimes. Yeah, what I was saying is, if we leave this like this, and we come back to Season 2, and we have something like Intercity 125s... I know there's one on the workshop, but it's ugly. I'm just going to come straight out and say it. It's horrible. This one, if the 225 comes out, there is a guy making it, then obviously when this is all electrified and we have a 225, I think they'll use that as a service. Excuse me? Wait a minute. Did we make the same? Did I make the same? How? How did... How? This is the East Coast Main Line. How did you get on here? Dude. You. How are you on the East Coast Main Line? I mean, I know they're connected. That's incredible. I was like, we don't have any of these on here. What on earth is going on there? Let's close this. Let's bring this up. How? Where are you going? St Pancras from here? Oh, you know where he's going to get back? That is hilarious. No wonder you got no passengers on. You've been on for a right journey. That's hilarious. I wonder when that happened. Ooh, you know when it was, right? It was, is he going to get stuck once he gets to St Pancras? I think that's going to be a find out in the next episode, right? I think so. I'm intrigued to know where he's going. I'm not entirely sure you can get into St Pancras and then out onto the Midland Main Line. He's got a long way to go. So, I feel we need to train 49. We need to keep an eye on him. I feel that was a productive episode. That was... Where are we? What is this? Is this the M1 as well? That might be the M1 as well. Look, see how that's going? That might be the M1. We've got a huge section of road network built right now, which is awesome. This and this are just, I believe, what's that, the M25? This will either go under or over this. We've got the M1 now getting closer and closer to the M1 here. We have the A41, which I don't know what we're doing with completely. We also have our Abbey Flyer, which some people might use. Probably not many at the moment. We have to give it a month, obviously. That's one of the mechanics of the game. You have to give it a little while for people to hear about it. And, yeah, I'm just making that up. I did a little bit of scenery work here. Where should we go sit, guys? Go sit somewhere, shall we? I'm waffling on. Any trains coming in? We could sit in St Pancras. Here's where I'm going to be putting track rules. Oh, let's sit in, yeah, let's sit in King's Cross. These are going to be track ruled to 15 miles an hour. I did do it with his wooden ones, but ideally I would like them to look like this because it looked a bit weird when they were wooden coming into King's Cross. But it worked so good, they would crawl through here just like the real thing. So I'm going to leave it here as a brief ending. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And next week, this Sunday, I guess it is next week. The Sunday coming, we're going to check back on train 49 on wherever he's going. And it'll be very interesting what he does once he gets to St Pancras. So I'm going to quickly save this because what I want to do before I end it is I don't want train 49 to get any further. I want us to follow him at the beginning of the next episode. So there we go. I'll make a note of train 49. Let's sit comfortably behind this wall. But not clip it all over the place. Let's get rid of this. Find a nice angle. Shove the mouse out the way. Play this. So, until next time, take care.